it's horror month, it's October, and we are still continuing the Universal horror films, and now we have gotten to the classic. But first, let me say, I want to thank Gary the Ghoul, good friend here, letting us film down his dungeon and actually being able to watch The Creature in 3D.
That was really cool. I enjoyed the movie. How about you, Spookarella?
It was great. It was popping out at me.
So, I'm over here, like, you know, I'm sitting over here in the Interrupt bar still, and I didn't get to see The Creature in 3D.
Well, I mean, you've seen it, but you just didn't have the glasses on. That's kind of, you know, it was blurry for you probably.
So, yeah, I was sitting there trying to watch this movie, and I don't know what you're talking about. I mean, 3D what? I mean, there was no 3D to it.
I mean, you were supposed to be wearing the glasses. You were wearing the glasses, right?
I'm wearing my goggles.
I don't think that works that way.
Are they 3D?
I don't know. Nothing came out at me.
Okay.
I don't think they're 3D, Gary.
I don't think so.
I don't think so.
I don't know. They feel 3D. Or is that 4D?
Probably whatever you were drinking again.
Yeah.
We've gotten to The Creature from Black Lagoon. Now, up to this point, I mean, the Universal movies haven't been that great. I mean, they've kind of been going downhill, and that's Gary's hellhound over there. That's, if you're wondering what that was, that's his little hellhound running around down there. Her name's Princess.
Princess. Come
Princess.
here. She's okay.
Oh, Princess is okay.
Everybody really enjoyed the movie over here in my dungeon, watching it in 3D. That was really cool.
It was.
It was really cool.
The 3D effect was really impressive on this. I mean, it was really, and it was super clear. That's one of the other thing about this film. It was made in, 1950s, I believe, and it was just crazy crisp and clear, and even in 3D it looked amazing.
They said that they shot the movie in 3D, didn't they?
Yes, that's right. It looks great. The bubbles were right in our face, and the fish, and the harpoons, they're coming right at us.
Did you see the fish, Doug Decay?
I didn't feel any bubbles.
We need to get Doug Decay hooked up with the 4DX, where it sprays water in your face, and your chair rumbles, and then he'd really be feeling it.
Well, I can get my chair to rumble. All it takes is a couple of onions.
A couple of onions, you know.
No,
That's all right.
I don't get it.
That's okay.
I don't get it.
I'll explain it to you later.
Oh, okay. How's Princess? Princess still okay over there?
She's fine.
Oh, good. Okay, so The Creature from Black Lagoon, I personally think it's probably the coolest creature out of all the Universal films. I mean, this thing looked amazing. The Gill Man is what he's called. He looked great in this film. So much detail in this creature.
Were all the other movies shot in 3D also?
No.
Or was it just this one?
I think it's this one, and the second one was also done. Yes.
Cool. Well, I can't wait to see the second one then. The first one was awesome.
So what did you think of the creature, Gary?
I thought it was great. I mean, you could really see his costume that he wore. You know, it was crystal clear. The picture was crystal clear, and it really stood out.
It was. It was
It was
really
amazing.
Nice. Yes.
Just amazingly clear.
And what was even more amazing is that same suit ended up in Swamp Thing.
Swamp Thing.
It was
Wait,
in
it
Swamp
did?
Thing. Yes.
I really enjoyed this film. I've always enjoyed this film. This has been like The Creature from the Black Lagoon has always been like, you know, my favorite, one of my all-time favorite monster movies. I've always liked this film.
And I gotta say that after watching all these not so great sequels of all these other monster movies, it's really nice to watch a prestige franchise movie again.
It was really great.
That's well acted and well written. That's not a fourth, fifth, sixth sequel.
Yeah, I completely agree. I think, you know, the Universal was right at the end of the monster films here, and they pulled out this one, and it was amazing. It was an amazing film from beginning to end. I thought, you know, the Gill Man was great, like I said, and the acting was great, and the 3D just helped everything else, you know, go along to make it even more amazing.
One thing that I really enjoyed is that they didn't put a lot of gags in there that were in there just to be in 3D. It was just kind of natural stuff in 3D, like the underwater stuff. Like, the only really thing that they had that poked out of the screen was the harpoon. But even then, they didn't make a gag out of it and, like, hold it up to the camera and go, ooh, it's in 3D. Like, it was just natural.
They said in the beginning of the movie that they had shot this movie in 3D, which I think was incredible since it was shot in, the late 50s, early 60s?
I believe so.
I didn't know that they had the 3D effect going at that time. It was just incredible. Incredibly clear picture, incredibly clear. Every the Gill Man's suit, you could just see every little crease and everything about the Gill Man. It was just super clear, and it was a great movie to watch in 3D.
And I also thought that, the 3D effects were actually better than most 3D movies you go on a show and see now.
They were absolutely very, very good.
They were. I agree.
Very, very, watching it on a home television 3D TV, it was just like being at the show.
It was
Just like watching it at the theater.
It was excellent.
3D at the time was a gimmick. It was something to get people to come watch the movies, and it still has always been that. Like, we're going to put a movie in 3D just so we make more money for it. And maybe at the time they weren't really thinking of that, but they were just making the movie and put it in 3D, and that's what you got.
Yeah, I mean, I agree that now it is a gimmick. I mean, if you go see a 3D movie, like what Spookarella said, nothing really pops out at you. It's just 3D. And, I mean, the characters are sort of, you can see the depths and stuff. And the underwater stuff was the best because, again, you got to see the fishes float in front of you, and they had the bubbles and the seaweed, a lot of bubbles. And now it's just you see a 3D movie and pay an extra $27 because, it's in 3D.
Yeah, so it just gives you, most of the time, it just gives you that, depth of field kind of thing, and you don't get anything actually going out at the screen at you. So I guess that's what I was watching.
I mean, there's a couple good shots here, like you were talking about the harpoons where they shoot at you. They look really cool.
Or the hands.
Yeah, the hand
claws.
the hand was amazing. It was like literally coming out of the screen at you. That was awesome.
Mm-hmm. Claws coming out, and when the guys were underwater with the harpoons and all.
It was very cool.
Very 3D.
So like
really see the.
So like I said, this is one of my favorite Universal horror monsters. The Gill Man has always been my favorite. I love the detail, and I just like the character a lot. So overall, I'm giving this film the Golden Tombstone.
Heck yeah, I'm definitely gonna give this one a Golden Tombstone as well, because it doesn't get any better than this in terms of classic monster movie.
I agree with you. The Golden Tombstone for the creature from the Black Lagoon.
I really liked the creature from the Black Lagoon because I've always liked the creature from the Black Lagoon. I love this movie. I love I even noticed something else in it too. That the music. If you really listen to the music, I think John Williams was inspired by this music to create the theme to Jaws. Because if you listen to it really closely, just tune everything else out, listen to the music, it sounds like Jaws.
It really did. When, especially the underwater scenes, just before the monster would pop out, the music would build up, and then the monster would come out. It was great. Really added to the movie.
But every time the monster shows up, of course, you get that.
Yeah.
You're right.
I mean, I don't know how the other people in the movie didn't realize the monster was there because of the loud music. I'd be like, wait a minute, you hear that music? That means the monster's there.
Yeah, it was like really loud, like sort of like when Jason shows up and you hear the. Yeah, like nobody notices that, but I give the movie, of course, the Golden Tombstone.
So there you go. There is our review down here in the Gary the Ghoul's dungeon. I really like the torture chamber. Did I tell you that? That was really nice. Really well done, Gary.
Come over anytime.
Yes. I think Doug kind of would enjoy that a lot.
Come over anytime.
I think he would.
And stick around. We've got a lot more coming up for you on Horror Month.
We do.
On Box Office Maniacs.
And tonight, like we're doing every single day of the week, we are doing live streaming. Dave and Rebecca is going to be playing video games every single day of the week, horror games. So if you'd like to be scared, tune in tonight and watch that.
Okay, so make sure you like this video and subscribe to the channel and push the bell so you get the notifications of when the live streaming happens, and make sure that you stay spooky.
I didn't feel any bubbles.